Okay, we are talking about surface area and volume of sphere. These are the easiest formulas because the only thing you plug in is the radius for both of these. Typically, the only time I see people getting them wrong is when they copy the formula down wrong. So don't do that. Alright. We are not going to do all of these. We're only going to do the evens on this page. So let's look at number 2, number 4. So here's our formula. Surface area equals 4 pi r squared. You are just plugging in the radius. 4.5, perfect. Do not plug in 9, you'll get it wrong. So it's 4 times pi times 4.5 squared. You put all of that in the calculator, and you get this fantastic number, 254.47 inches squared. This is surface area, so it's still squared. When we get to volume, it's going to be cubed. Okay. Now, this one is the one that's kind of weird. So yeah, you would just divide it by 2, so that would be half of the surface area of the sphere, but there's also something else that's showing. Like, think of a styrofoam bowl that's cut in half. There is, yeah. So don't forget about this right here. Okay, this bottom, you have to add that area of the circle. So you've got half of the sphere, area of the circle. So half of the sphere plus circle. Don't forget that. So the surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r squared. If we only want half of that, is there a way we can change this? Yeah, so 2 pi r squared would be half of the sphere. So I'm going to write that. Half of the sphere, or half of the surface area is going to be 2 pi r squared. I don't want this to confuse you at all. So I'm going to write this here. This should not confuse you. You're just cutting this in half. That means that's half the sphere. Great. So we can plug this in. 2 pi times 11.2 squared, which is, let's see if I have it, 788, I think. Okay. Is it 788.16? Wonderful. 788.16. And so we're kind of doing this like we would do the other ones. We keep them completely separate until the end. And so here, the area of the circle is just pi r squared. The radius is still 11.2. And we can plug that into our calculator. So really that's pretty simple if you understand what is going on and what you're trying to solve for. I don't have, maybe these are this is the key. Now I don't have to plug it into the calculator. Yay. So it's 394.08. And then you can add them together. Okay. It is possible. I'm trying to think of the ones I'm beginning. I'm not sure, but I think it is possible. Don't round them first. Just go ahead and add them together. I don't think there's many issues on the 12.6 one, but there might be. When you add them together, you get 1,182.24. Okay. This isn't volume, so. This is the surface area of this shape right here. So half of the sphere and then the circle. I thought you were finding volume. Read the directions. No, taking my vocabulary. Why is it what are we finding? Alright. On this page, we are going to cross out number 5 and number 7. We're just going to do 6. Yeah, we're doing 9, 10, 11. Correct. Volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed. So 4/3 pi r cubed, and you are plugging in the radius. Let me make sure everybody knows how to get cubed in their calculator. So I'm going to start out with 4/3. We know how to find pi. Do we know how to find cubed? So 13, and then this caret. We see the caret. It's 2 below the control button. You will have that pink sheet. Yes, on the test and the final. It is easy. You'd be surprised how many people ask, what does P stand for? Yeah, exactly. You got to know that. So 9,202.77. Correct, centimeters cubed. Good. It is cubed because it is volume. Yeah, it is. Yep. So, I think we get the gist of this. Make sure you're plugging in the radius, not the diameter. It's just going to look like that. You're going to plug that into your calculator. Make sure you know how to plug it into your calculator. That's really the only issue I see. It's 5 cubed. So, I'll show you one more time. So, you're going to do 4/3 times pi times, okay, here's, I'm going to click 5, and then I'm going to do this little caret thing. It's like the arrow that points up, and then I'm going to put 3. So that's what it looks like, and that's how you get your answer. Honestly, that's probably the biggest hurdle in all of this, is knowing how to plug it into the calculator. So it is not difficult by any means. So you're not doing notes, and you're going to ask me questions, and I'm not going to answer them. Find the D. Ooh, yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, so these are the same as the ones we've been using in the past, except we're working backwards. Reagan, move over here. I see the back of your head this whole time. Get over here.
What? The whole time?
Yeah. Get over here.
Hey, it's okay. It's better than the front of my head.
No comment. Away from them. Away from the distractions. Alright. Surface area equals 4 pi r squared. You have what you need to solve for the radius. You just need to plug in that surface area, and then you can get the radius. No, you don't need to put it. It's way too easy to put it in the calculator. Oh, squared. Because this is surface area. Typically when people get these wrong, it's because they're using the wrong formula. So make sure you read. Okay, too easy. You don't need to put that in the calculator. The pi's cross out. You divide it by 4, and you get 36 equals r squared. Oh, yeah. The radius is 6. What are we looking for? Yeah, so if you put 6, you're going to get it wrong. Make sure you read the question. You are looking for the diameter. So you have to double that. Alright, so I'll do 10 with you, and then you're going to do 11 on your own, and then we're done. Find the volume of a sphere with surface area of 256 pi. Okay. So you have the surface area. So you need the radius so that you can find the volume. So the surface area formula for pi r squared. Doing the exact same thing we just did. Cross out your pi's. This is the same thing you're going to do on the homework. You are solving for r, so cross out your pi's. Make sure you're dividing by 4. Don't subtract or do anything crazy like that. There's no addition signs here. So we are dividing. Get 64 equals r squared. Oh my goodness, the radius is 8. Are we done? No, we're not done. We've got to find the volume. So now we just need to plug that radius into the volume formula. And then we're done. So that we can just plug into the calculator. It's crazy. 2,144.66. Okay, I want you to do this last one by yourself because I don't know if you've just been copying me or if you actually know what's going on. You've been doing both. Okay, great. Both is great. Radius yet? What are we getting for the radius? 10. Yeah, are you not done? So the radius is 10, and then you just plug that back in. Oh no! I ruined it!
What spheres are these that are so big?
Like Casa Manana or something.